Okay, hey guys. This is the first video I will be putting on my channel for um, a player that has sent in a notation to me through email. His name is Trent, and I will be looking over the game and hoping to find some kind of leaks in his chess game that he can shore up and um, just some background. Trent is a beginner. I guess he's been playing for 3 to 4 months. And this is a game he played against the computer, which was set on easy to medium difficulty. I just want to, before we go into the game, I just want to make a note that it would be preferred if, in the future, if you're going to send a game, this is just goes for everybody. It would be better if it was against a human. Like you can find tons of games on like Yahoo Chess or anywhere, either online or live, and just write down the notation and then send that. Because I think we'll find a lot more interesting spots when you're playing a human. Because when a computer is set at an easier difficulty, it is still making um, somewhat strong plays, and then occasionally it just dumps pieces or something stupid, and that's just not the way a human's gonna play, and it's not very helpful to your game to be playing against something that is doing like playing like that. It's not giving you a fair match. It's not helping you sharpen your game. So, but there are some good spots, and I will get into them and everything. Um, and hopefully, everyone, uh, Trent, learns something, and everyone else does as well. Um, I want to just say that he wrote notes in his thing, in his notation, kind of at certain moves, saying what he thought about it, or why he played this, or why he played that. And some of them were really early in the game, and though when you've been playing for, let's say, 10 years, um, and you're really competitive player, obviously every little spot is gonna count. Minor spots are gonna improve you drastically, but when you still need to learn the basics of chess, like simple things that I saw, well, Trent did not do or did not know, then those minor spots in the opening should not really be worried about, because that will come with time, and you don't really want to work on that. It's kind of like an analogy. We'll go with basketball since the finals just went down. If you were to not know how to shoot a basketball at all, or even make a layup, and an instructor came in and you asked him how you can learn the crossover where you cross through the legs and then bring the ball behind your back, he would not be making you much better of a player by showing you how to perfect the crossover behind the back dribble. Um, but if he showed you how to take a layup, going off the right foot, yeah, it would, So the fundamentals of the game are a little more important than the minor spots in the openings. Um, so that is that, and just make sure. I also want to say to make sure in your openings when you're kind of beginning to develop and everything, and just be comfortable with the spot. Do not waste your time studying tedious opening lines and such things, because that is a lot of work, and you'll eventually be playing very robotic, and somebody will all of a sudden play a move that is not line, and you'll be like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do here? Because you're not really thinking about the game. Your head's in a book. So let's just get into the game real quick. So Trent was the black pieces here. and I'll get to some spots where I think had pretty big problems. All right. So he decided to take the knight, which is totally fine. He said white will have a queenside pawn weakness. It's not exactly true in the sense that this pawn, yes, it's by itself, so it's weak. But if he meant, I don't know what he means. I don't know what he was thinking, but this is definitely only a temporary pawn double and not a weak one by any means. If he'll most likely be able to exchange and then play c4 and e3 in his I'll just show you. I mean, if like these aren't this isn't how the game went, but let's say these few moves got played out and obviously white's pawn structure is far from weak. So I'll just back that up. But so what he did play was, I believe, I just have to, okay, sorry about that. I could not get the computer to back up for me. So he ended up playing knight bd7. So h6. I think the only reason to play h6 is to eventually get g5 in, and something along this line in the future. I don't know. I don't believe that h6 is a good move. I don't think it accomplishes much if g5 is never played, and it might just be kind of pointless. So rook e8 was played. So again, you know, minor things might be wrong, but we're not going to get into those. We're going to really focus on huge mistakes, huge leaks. So he plays b6. The reason he said he played it was because he didn't like his bishop's mobility or lack of mobility and wanted to fianchetto it, or however you pronounce it. That's how I pronounce it. So, but yeah, which I guess in the long run, I guess I see what he's saying. Like, in general, he wants to have more space for his bishop to operate and whatever. So it's good that he's thinking on that level already, even after playing for 3 to 4 months. He wants, you know, his pieces to have good movement. But and he realized, he says it's not a good move. I don't know if he knows why, but maybe his computer said it's a bad move. So what I'm gonna say is, in the queen pawn type openings, there's gonna be pieces with limited mobility. It's just in this, and especially in this, it's kind of a closed off position, and you don't need to make moves that weaken the hell out of your position just to try to free yourself from that lack of mobility, which both you and your opponent share. It's very positional.